right, so this segment we're going to be talking about Joe's latest blog called The Witch is Dead.
Oh,
and
right.
I'll let you guys guess who the witch is.
I can't believe I just read it. I'm so excited right now. I can't even hardly see straight. But before that, did you know John Dillon is the attorney on the Miller versus Bonta case and the Jones versus Bonta case? In other words, he's working to remove the assault weapons ban and working to restore the Second Amendment right for 18 to 21-year-olds. And if you have legal matters that involve firearms that you need, then you need to call our attorney, John Dillon, especially if you have questions about red flag laws, gun registration, gun transportation, or maybe you just need to know that your guns are California compliant. Call our trusted firearms attorney, John Dillon. John Dillon specializes in California gun laws. Just call 760-642-7150, or you can visit him at the website at DillonLawGP.com. All right, Joe, the witch is dead. What does that mean?
No, it means another good blog article, and I know you're just chomping at the bit to get to that. But first, before I do that, though, I got something for you that Nina came across and thought that Dave would like this.
What's that?
So I brought it in for you. And
what is it?
Here, actually, let me pass it over to you, and then you can grab it out of there. Because I figured I'd do this while we're on live, so you'd have to be nice about it.
Da-da-da. Look at that. Wait, you guys could.
On earth?
For those that are listening on the radio, he has an M&M toy.
Hey, I have YouTube thanks to.
I know that, but I'm just saying people are listening on the radio.
That I have 27 of these
with teddy bear slippers on a magic carpet.
Yeah, and the way it works, see, you put your
and the lazy boy actually works.
And the candy comes out of the bottom.
It's a candy.
You tell Nina she is the best.
Well, she saw that and it just screamed Dave Stahl at her.
Oh, my God. And that's me when I'm not doing radio.
Sitting in your lazy boy watching TV.
I got my slippers on, my fingers on the remote. Tell her thank you very much. How sweet is that? See, this whole segment's the best segment yet because the witch is dead.
Yeah, there you go. So
Are you not worried about that guy?
Which guy?
The witch?
No, not anymore. I'm not. I was.
You want your bag? You can have your bag.
No, you can have bags. I hate those bags.
I do too.
All right. So one of us will take the bag. But yeah, the witch is dead. So the Chipman nomination. David Chipman was the crackpot, I guess is a good word for it, that the Biden administration had nominated to head the ATF. And, it was a long kind of drawn out process in the Senate. And, finally things were looking bad, and they finally withdrew the nomination the other day, which was a really great thing because I think all Americans really dodged a major bullet with this guy, being withdrawn. And it's interesting, the ATF, a lot of the agencies now have been politicized, and they've done a lot of damage probably in the last 10, 15 years with credibility and everything with a lot of these agencies like the FBI and the IRS and especially the ATF. But the ATF has always been a highly political, Michael calls them a predatory agency, I think.
Which he's true. That's true.
Yeah, and they don't tend to focus so much on criminals. It seems like they focus more on harassing law-abiding citizens.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always been a very political organization, so much so that, over the last 15 years, I think it was, they've only had one confirmed director in the last 15 years, and that was for about a 3-year period under the Obama administration. All the rest of the time, it's been a temporary person because neither party has really been able to, get someone through the Senate process, the confirmation process. And, a lot of times, and I think the right is a little less bad at this than the left is, but, someone like Chipman, for instance, I mean, why, what possible good could it be to put an extremist, a gun control lunatic, at the head of the ATF? I mean, it's because Chipman was I think a 25-year veteran with the ATF. He was an agent. He worked in the ATF for most of his career. He left the ATF, and I want to say back in 2013, somewhere back in there, and joined the Giffords, anti-gun group, and where he was a senior policy advisor. And he's a very hardcore anti-gun person. And I mean, if you're trying to put someone, in control of the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, Put somebody that's at least reasonably, capable of trying to be a little bit even-handed about how they go about applying things. Chipman's not the guy. And even, as far as left-wing extremists go, I mean, I think I wrote about him probably about a month ago or so when he was first nominated. And he's like a lunatic's lunatic. He's nutty even for that side. And, there were all sorts of videos of him on different, talk shows, news shows, things like that, describing, gun bans and different things like that he would, that he advocated, making fun of first-time gun owners. There's been a big surge in first-time gun buying the last couple of years because of a lot of the stuff that's been going on. And, there was the one, and I can't remember if it was a Sunday morning show or a CNN interview, something like that, where, he was talking about first-time gun owners being afraid that the zombies are coming, and just making fun of people like that. And that's the kind of person that he is. And, you can see some of a lot of the senators had problems with him. And there was one, and I want to say it was Rand Paul that was discussing it with him, that was asking him to define an assault rifle, because
Actually, that was Lindsey Graham.
Was it Lindsey Graham that was doing that?
And he wanted to know to explain.
I got him mixed up with Fauci. The
Oh,
other
no.
lunatic.
No. Who's the guy? Kennedy from Louisiana.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah,
You're sure?
I'm positive it was Kennedy from Louisiana, because he says define a
He just
AR.
asked him to define it, and he would
couldn't.
not.
Well, he couldn't.
Well, he refused to, though, because I'm just going to accept.
Well, that's up to the
your
Congress.
yeah,
That's up to Congress.
And the senator that was talking to him, whoever it was, Kennedy,
Yeah, it's Kennedy.
was saying, well, what is your definition? If I ask you specifically, how do you define
do
it?
it.
And he could not or would not, just refused to do it.
I don't think he could. I don't think he really knew, because we all know an assault weapon is there's no such thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And he was talking about, what they would like to do is just ban anything that's semi-automatic. And you've heard that come out of the Biden administration too. So this is a good thing this didn't work. And, the majority that they have, I guess the Senate is 50-50, with Kamala Harris would be the deciding vote in a tie.
Right.
And, normally they could count on some of the usual Republicans that don't even pretend to support the values that the other Republicans pretend to support.
Right.
But usually you can count on either Murkowski or Collins or Romney to cross over and support them. But even they
wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it. And Susan Collins from Maine actually came out and said specifically she's looked at everything, she's talked to her constituents, and for some reason she couldn't support this guy.
Guy's a Looney Tune.
And and the last one, I think the one that actually caused it to get withdrawn, there's a senator named Angus King, what King is also from Maine, and King is an independent officially, but he caucuses with the Democrats, so he tends to vote that way. But when he came out and said, he just can't support the guy, that was the last kind of the last straw. So that's what made them withdraw that. But like I said, that was a really just a really good thing. So I don't know what will happen.
Or who they'll plug in next.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because now you've got, hopefully it's done
Beto?
for now. Well, because 2022 is going to be coming
What
around.
about Beto O'Rourke?
He was supposed to be.
He was the gun czar.
He was going to be, and I have not seen much of that.
Funny thing, huh?
That is interesting.
See,
You're
you don't
right.
see I stay on top of this
There
stuff.
you go. Yeah.
I stay there.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.